I am George Corley, the host of Conlangery and Tongues and Runes, here to introduce you to the first annual YouTube Conlang Relay. If you don't know, a Conlang Relay is where Conlangers translate a text and then pass it on to the next person who has to decipher the text from their language and then translate it into the new Conlang. Since a Conlang is usually only spoken by the creator, this is, of course, going to lead to hilarity. The first Conlang relay happened in 1999 when Irina Remt's poem, The Starling Song, was passed along the Conlang mailing list. And since then, people have been doing it for the Language Creation Conference and many other forums. And a few months ago, I decided to get together a bunch of Conlang YouTubers and have them do a relay. As the relay master, I created the text and translated into Daka, the voice of the dragons, which I recently had a Conlang feature on, and you could go back and watch all the live streams where I constructed that language. But before we jump into that, let's first introduce you to the text. This is what I wrote. You must be careful in the use of magic. It would not do to have you running around casting spells willy-nilly. You must use magic for a purpose. Ask yourself what your intention is. Why did you choose this spell? Could your goal be achieved without magic? Is it worth working a spell here? These questions are necessary because magic has a cost. You may not feel the cost now, but you will eventually. You look at the great archmages living hundreds of years, and you think that their magic is what brought them there. But you do not see the thousands of mages who wantonly used their magic and harmed themselves or wasted their life essence away. The archmages have learned to use their magic judiciously or to push the cost of magic onto someone or something else. So do not allow me to see you animating brooms just to clean the house again. So that was my initial text, and I translated that into Daka.
인스라핀베 탄디슈 부지냐 이치드 깃 타프드지 이키 카차에 이가 다 이게스 바 인스라파에 차슈봉게 샤히 이게스 아기 틴스라프지 이키 유데페 이프 지 이베케 아기 카비테 제기스 아기 이키 인스라프베 티드베차 인스라프 긴디스 타다 예자파 타긴 뱀베 파예파 이큐 인스라프 아반 이큐 아비파 티브베 제기스 으바프 규지 이키 이카파 타프규지 트바사파 타프규지 이키 그하이 엥 하기키 인스라프 비 에김 아게베아 에게 유맹게하 바티치 파 인스라프 디스 öpe 바 깅규베지 아기 타파다 트지 아기 앱티키 비 백 인스라프 아기 이케 앱티키 가tat 인스라프 긴디슈베차 파 ö파에 긴자긴게 그 맹게이 엥핫 깅게규베차 아tat 인스라프베 긴디슈베지 하기키 인스라프 게규베카 카 인스러운 다 티에바 아프게 후 닝그베하 카탁 엠파베 이프 타바바지 헤기파 이틴베 차긴 맹긴게.
There are a few changes in that I don't necessarily expect people to get. So, like, for example, at the end, I was much more direct. It wasn't, don't allow me to see you. It was a direct command. Just don't animate brooms to clean the lair. My word for broom ended up like being a stick with hair, because like Daka is a language for dragons. What would dragons do with a broom? Probably we're going to have some kind of like a weird combination of words for that, right? I sent this along with a set of grammar notes and a glossary of all the words over to Bibleridian. I will say that I did deliberately leave some things out. I did deliberately leave out the fact that verbs of perception, particularly the verb ichi, to see, are intransitive, and their meaning depends on a postpositional phrase. We'll see if that tripped up Bib, but including myself, we have a lineup of 15 Conlangers. Actually, it was 14. No, 13. Who have translated this step by step. I've put all of these into a playlist so that you can go and follow along and see where, from this initial text, what changed between me and the next person, and the next person, and the next person. And as I am recording this, I have seen the text. I've seen where this has gone, mostly. And believe me, it's a very, very different text at the end. So if you're not watching the playlist, go click up there and get into it. But thank you so much for tuning in, and let's pass this along to Bibleridian and see what he made of my Daka text.